All right, running backs. Here's the notable ones on a bye week. Jahmyr Gibbs with a much-earned rest after a phenomenal Monday Night Football performance.
Dude.
Kyron Williams and Ashton Genty coming off quiet weeks, for their standards. Travis Etienne, David Montgomery, both Seattle guys, and Kenneth Walker, and the touchdown merchant, Zach Charbonnet, Michael Carter, and Bam Knight on this list as well. So pretty big hit at running back here, Matthew.
Oh, yeah. This one's a bad one. You've also got a few injuries here as well. So there's a lot. Chances are you need a running back, and the challenge here is that there are no good ones out there.
Yeah. You want to know who tops our list?
Yeah.
Kyle Monangai.
Yes.
Tops our list. Monangai got a lot of work in the Bears' win this weekend. Now, I did say about half of it was in the fourth quarter, but he's been out there. He's been productive, as has DeAndre Swift. And Monangai spoke on the 1-2 punch that these guys have become.
Dre's a big play at any moment type of guy, and I think you get the ball in his hands. He has that ability to make those big plays happen out of anything, and I think we complement each other well with the way we run. Different running styles, of course, but I think we complement each other well. When we first met, it kind of clicked off just the East Coast thing. He's from Philly, I'm from Jersey, and then just seeing each other work, I think we make each other better in practice throughout the week. So. I'm always trying to see him do great things, and I, like you said, in those moments like that, he's running down the sideline with me. He's always been supportive since I got here, so things like that.
Now, I wouldn't go crazy on Monangai, but it's just somebody you and I have liked since the draft process.
Yeah, better than a seventh-round player.
Better than a seventh. Never fumbled. 2 years in the Big Ten. Never
fumbled. Through people. Good in pass pro. I know he's growing at that at the NFL level, but in college he was a good pass protector. I didn't understand the fall, and I'm sure Ben Johnson looks at this guy and goes, can I get discount David Montgomery in the 7th round? Sign me up.
Yeah, and I think so. We talked about the fact that obviously they blew him out, and so there was a lot of work for him in the fourth quarter, especially Swift had come into the game with a groin injury, had been a little bit banged up. But the numbers for the first half, I think, are indicative, right? DeAndre Swift played 59% of the snaps. He got 10 touches. Monangai played 38% of the snaps, got 6 touches. So 10-6. 60-40 split, that seems about right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's basically what – so, again, are we saying he's great or you should blow your fab budget on him? No, but do we think he's carving out a role for himself in this offense? Ben Johnson comes from a situation in Detroit where he effectively used 2 running backs. And so in a game against Baltimore that's allowed the 6th most rushing yards per game to opposing running backs, the game's in Baltimore, so you think they're going to want to try to keep Lamar Jackson, if he's back, off the field. So I think they'll go run heavy here, which is what I think Ben Johnson wants to do.
Right.
I think he wants to use the run to set up the pass, take pressure off Caleb Williams.
Done a great job of it.
He's done a great job of it. So Ved, who is, of course, a FF Happy Hour regular, says Monangai or Jeremy McNichols the better play this week. I'm going to say Monangai just because first off, I just don't know what this offense is going to look like with Washington. Do we get Debo back? Do we get Terry McLaurin back? Do we get Jane Daniels back?
Right.
No, seriously.
It's not revealed.
And by the way, they're on the road at Kansas City. The McNichols play is the argument is that that the Chiefs blow, which could easily happen. The Chiefs just score at will on the Commanders, whose secondary is just brutal, and they had a bad injury on the defensive line that came out yesterday, And then obviously McNichols is the passing down back, and you're using him, but still they haven't. I would say it's ugly, as you know, Ved. I would say as I sit here today, as we get closer to Monday, I may have a different opinion as we know more about what this offense is going to look like. But as we sit here today, I would say Monangai just because I think he's got the better chance at a touchdown of those 2 guys.
Without a doubt. Baltimore's run defense has really, really struggled with their injuries on the interior.
Yeah, no matter week 8, he's not coming back
No, he's not coming back.
Yeah, they got some guys coming back after the bye, like Roquan Smith will be back, but I don't think that the run defense is that solvable. For Baltimore, I think it's going to be shootout. Like the total in this game is 50.5. Baltimore 6.5-point favorites, so market is saying average score like 28-22, that type of game.
6.5-point favorites, and Lamar's not back officially.
They're assuming back, but he didn't practice yesterday, right? He's still dealing with a hammy. Is what the news was.
It's not ideal. Yeah, it's not ideal. I suspect he is going to play,
right? Just
with the timeline and with the reporting. But at the same time, I don't think that this is necessarily going to be a blowout where Chicago just can't run the ball at all. So
the Bears' defense has improved. The team's playing better. They're playing a lot better.
The offensive line's good too.
That's what I was going to say.
They run the ball every week. I said yesterday they're the only team in football to score 21+ points every week.
Yeah.
That's not At least you know what you're getting with the offense.
Not that Caleb Williams put up any fantasy points. Not that I'm bitter. Cost me in the guillotine league. But that 5
We miss you,
4.5 points. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's
I hate that I'm still
awful.
alive in it.
What?
I hate that I'm still alive in it.
I don't think you do. I don't think you hate that you do.
No.
I think you enjoy that
You're
are.
still in it, right?
I'm still in it.
Yeah,
Watching backup producer Pete announce who got cut every week is my enjoyment.
He does take.
He loves it. He's like the Grim Reaper.
Again. No, not now, honey. I can't deal with the kids. I've got to send a text to the guys about who got cut this week. Backup producer Pete is.
I don't know why we let him into the NBA league. He's got nothing to do with the NBA.
He was so stern about keeping our old NBA format, which was you could just add and start like 30 people a week. We don't have time to do 30 waiver moves for the NBA.
I should say that, by the way. I should just be a company man here real quickly, is that the NBA has produced a new format called Best Score, High Score, and they do it on Yahoo, which is the official partner of the NBA. And so we are doing a version of that. The NBA League of Assholes is, in fact, that our fantasy football, our fantasy basketball league is playing the new format recommended by the NBA, the new official format, as you will. We're company men. So we'll see how that all goes. Pete was fighting it, but we voted down Pete.
Pete is always for change. He's always been afraid of change. That's the thing with Pete. Yeah, I don't like that about Pete.
No.
Embrace change.
Well, because the rest of us talk to our wives and our kids, and Pete is just sitting there grinding
fantasy sports to play.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you understand.
Watching like Michael Strahan highlights and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the sixth guy on the Clippers that might get 5 extra minutes so I can slop him into the late game.
3 rebounds and 1 block.
Exactly.
All right, more running back targets because it's
you can still sign up to play, by the way, fantasy basketball.
Monangai's
at Yahoo.
The top ad, Tyjae Spears, Tyler Algier, and Brashard Smith make up the rest of this list, Matthew. Not a great week to need a running back.
No, it isn't. But again, my Commanders are so terrible. Brashard Smith has had 4 straight games with 3 or more receptions. Algier is interesting just because Miami's so bad against the run, and they use him a decent amount in the red zone there. And then, again, the Titans are so terrible. Tyjae Spears has had at least, back-to-back games with at least a 40% snap rate. Like, he's their passing down back in an offense that's often trailing. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.